Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, I guess we'll have a little President's Cup recap, as riveting as it wasn't. We'll talk a little Sanderson Farm. Allegedly, it's the best trophy in golf if you're into big cock trophies. And but before we get into that, I got to talk about the about what occurred this weekend. First, how's the weather? You guys, did you weather the
We're
storm?
hanging in there. What about you guys? We're hanging in there. Yeah, the weather's here wasn't too bad. Of course, we got some family towards the western side of the state, and it got pretty nasty over there, and people out of power and out of self service and all that kind of stuff. So it hasn't exactly gotten better yet. No.
It doesn't look like it's going to get better for a while. We had an opportunity to entertain the massholes at Sweetens Cove this weekend. Not everybody there was a masshole, just the ones that came with me.
Hmm.
In leading up to, it was the Sweetens Olympics this weekend. AKA in non-Olympic years, it's the Road Sign Cup. So it's a 2-day extravaganza of all the golf you can play, some sweet
Hmm.
swag.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a little bourbon consumed, allegedly. Um, so first off, I'll go on the record for saying that just because they're massholes doesn't mean that they're not nice people. We had a wonderful weekend. Um, there was a little turmoil leading up to this. They were
Hmm.
flying in Thursday morning. I was picking them up and grabbing a bus, heading over to the airport, picking them up, and chauffeuring them around, basically. Just keeping the stereotype alive. And they were really in arms whether they were coming down or not, because I mean, Hurricane Helene. I mean, there was some noise, right? I mean, we didn't know. I mean, it was kind of full on. Atlanta was going to get the brunt of this thing once it made landfall,
Yeah.
and it was going to make its way right up through the Tennessee Valley, and South Pittsburgh was right in the crosshairs. So we load up, pick the boys up Thursday morning, and we're on en route to our first round of golf on Thursday. And I'll be damned, I get a phone call that says, "Oh, by the way, we're not going to be open today." Now, this is not Sweetens. This is another golf course. Okay, I get it. I guess the weather could compromise some things, and it's probably a staffing concern. And a lot of schools were out, and a lot of other area things were closed. So I'm sure people were compromised. So we decided we'd head north and try to outrun the storm. It was like a Clooney film, outrunning the storm.
There you go.
And indeed we did. We did play. So if you haven't played the golf course at Sewanee at University of the South, it's a must play. So Gail Hans redid this thing in mid 20 teens. I don't know, like 13 or 14, I think. What a fun course, man. Just wonderful views overlooking the valley, and had a great time. Little 9-holer, just played 9. We were concerned because it was starting to get a little sprinkle. So we showed back up at Sweetens later that evening, and got a few holes in before it started raining harder. Great time, great dinner at the top of the rock. But the tournament was good. We had some staggered starts. And we had some rain off and on for Friday and Saturday, but all in all, went off unhinged. I did not medal, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't allegedly I didn't cheat, but allegedly I was taking too good of advantage of the rules a couple of times. Couple times.
Yeah.
So had to make some pivots there. I mean, I kind of took it as well. I mean, it's not my fault that you didn't think of this first. I mean, I was well within what we were given permission to do, and
Mhm.
I know some folks didn't like it. They felt a little challenged.
Mm.
So but hey, we said, hey, it's not a big deal. We're here to win friends and influence people. You know what? If you feel like we need a little playoff hole, let's go get it. And then maybe I let them win. That way they felt. I let them. I sprayed
Hmm.
it everywhere. That way they could take something home. But everybody had a good time that I'm aware of. So it was a good weekend at the Cove. And for those of you that don't know, Bender's Bash is coming up in a few weeks. Allegedly, we're going to be recording with Bill himself, one Bill Bender, the third.
Nice.
And talking about Bender's Stash, talking about Bender's Bash, and his tournament coming up at Sweeten. So I think it did get moved from a Monday to a Saturday. I'll get the details on all that. You can Google Bender's Bash. I think you might be able to find. I don't know if you can find it on Sweeten's website or not. You can find it at Bill Bender on his Instagram page. So be sure to check that out and give Bill give him a shout. He'd love to have you to his tournament. So it looks like they got some great swag coming up at that place. So. What else happened? I tried to buy a house.
Yeah, didn't work
Unsuccessfully.
out. Yeah,
Unsuccessfully.
what happened?
This fine. Well, I made an offer, and they didn't like the offer, and they said, yeah, thanks for the offer.
Well, you can always go back in, you know.
Well, then they dropped the price 10 grand, and I'm like, why wouldn't you just why wouldn't you send a message and said, hey, we're I mean, like you wanna offer, throw something back at us. I mean, I stayed in the same six-figure ballpark, so it wasn't like I lowballed them. It wasn't like I dropped six figures or something. So I don't know really. I don't know. We'll see. Still working on our residency though. It is in our near future. Looking forward to meeting our new neighbors, whoever they might. Whoever I hope I hope they like bourbon.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's all I'm saying. Hope I like bourbon, or hope they like bourbon. I know I like bourbon. Um, so hold before we get into the Ryder, the President's stuff, excuse me. So what do you go sailing in this kind of weather? I mean, do you brave the storm?
Um,
Do you hoist the sails and throw risk to the wind?
yeah, of course you do. No, you know what the funny thing is well, number one, no, you don't go sailing in this weather.
All right, just
We talked
checking.
about it last week. It's so fucking hot here. It's still hot here.
Now that's the one thing that was nice at the with the wind and the weather that came in. Which and not making light of it, right? Some people they're definitely in a compromised position. We got lucky with the way the wind came from our side, but yeah, it wasn't hot. Had to all in all had a good time. Had a
Nice.
good time.
Yeah.
Looking forward
We've
to
been
making it
walking
back up.
outside and just starting to sweat, just walking outside. It's like,
Turn
what
around and
are we
walk
in
back inside.
August? Are we in July? What are we
I
here?
know,
You
I
know?
know, I know. No, hey, oddly enough, it's we're almost in October. It's the President's Cup. Um,
Hmm.
the U.S. they take the win. How do you think they feel about that victory? By the way, I mean, one, it's a victory. I can tell you how Kevin Kisner feels about it. He feels real good,
Real good.
real good. He feels like he feels so good. He's nude about it. But let's talk about this, and let's not Kevin Kisner. Let's talk about the President's Cup, and what do you think about it? What do you think about the Royale Montreal Golf Club in Quebec, Canada? What did it do it for you? I don't know if it did it for me. It was
I don't know.
fine. It was
I
fine.
mean, it was fine. I don't think it was the hype that we've had in the past. You know, with no live players there, and we know we've always talked about how they're kind of um I wouldn't say celebrities, but
Anchors of the
they're
team.
yeah, anchors of the team or their personalities,
They
you
are
know, right? There are a lot of
personalities.
personalities and missing those personalities, it hurts, right? I mean, Phil could have obviously been like one of the captain's choice or you know, the
Could have been.
captains, yeah, and all that.
Could have been.
Um, and I think we missed Bryson. I think we missed Brooks, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think overall it was fine. And hey, we were rooting for the USA and everything else, but
Well,
yeah, it could have been
it
better.
wasn't hard to root for. 18 and a half to 11 and a half.
Yeah.
I think they won every match. We were a little compromised in our TV viewership. But I think they won every match on Thursday and Friday, I think.
Hmm.
Um, a little bit of a rebound on Saturday for, I guess if you win anything, it's a rebound compared to losing everything.
Yeah.
So talk about personalities. Patrick Cantlay, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Or lack thereof, by the way.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting dynamic here. I don't know that anybody I don't know that anybody, speaking of wow, I don't know that anybody really wowed me. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a few people surprised me. I think Sam Burns was the high point winner for the event at 3.5. He lost no matches. He played four. He does tie Tom Kim in the singles match. So he halves that one, but Sam Burns walks away the high point winner at 3.5 points for Team USA. What about Tom Kim? He, that that's he he's trying way too hard.
Yeah.
He
Kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit, didn't
I mean, you know, he wins one, loses two, and ties one. Um, yeah, I don't think you can gas on like that. I mean, if you're going to walk away and you're with yeah, a losing record, just didn't really do it today. I mean, in fact, nobody, you know, the only advantage that the international team had was, well, I guess he stayed true to form as a Georgia Bulldog. I mean, he said, well, I mean, if the Bulldogs are going to lose this weekend, why shouldn't I lose too? And Brian Harmon, he walks away 0-3. I guess the best thing about that is he didn't play four matches and he wasn't 0-4.
he?
Um, who Sahith, kind of neutral, 1-1-1. Wyndham Clark, 1-2-1. Tony Finau, I mean, he walks away with a push at 2-2. Okay, here you go. And I get what he did in the singles match for Sunday. And you've got Keegan Bradley and Siwoo Kim. I can tell you I'm not if you weren't if you were on the fence about aim point in golf and you watched any of the match on Sunday with Keegan and Siwoo, you're no you do not it sucks. I mean, we're out here aim pointing 5-foot putts and we're missing them,
Hmm.
meaning Keegan Bradley. So I think I read one headline and it was Keegan Bradley saves the day. Basically, they coined Keegan Bradley Captain America. Now, understanding they're trying to build up on the hype of the Ryder Cup that'll be at Bethpage next year, that Keegan will be captaining. Keegan didn't win that, by the way. I think at one time Keegan was up three, maybe four,
Oh, was he?
and it comes down to I think there was a stretch between like 8-9 through 11 or 12 where he's up three or four, and it basically came down to who's going to miss the last putt, and it was Siwoo, and it was Siwoo Kim. I mean, Siwoo was trying to bring the energy. Tom Kim trying to bring the energy. Hideki, that's probably the most energy I've seen out of Hideki, other than trying to get out of a golf tournament ever, or at least marking up the face of his club. Advantage Hideki Matsuyama. What about this? What about the curry? Have you ever given anybody the curry?
The curry.
Yeah, have you ever given anybody the curry?
Oh, the curry, the curry. Yeah, no, no.
Have you ever given anybody the curry?
I haven't. I haven't.
So,
If you did that, I wouldn't even know what the curry is.
well, nor would I until Steph Curry responds, and I guess Siwoo Kim is now Siwoo Curry.
I guess he is.
Hold on, do you think all the Frenchies? Oh, by the way, speaking of, my mass hole partner and I, we did represent France in the Sweetens Olympics this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, we lost just like France usually does, by the way. But we had a good time doing it. And we drank a lot and we celebrated, even though we didn't have much to celebrate. But I mean, like, I don't, what is this? What is the curry? I don't need, have you ever seen the curry other than what Siwoo did on the golf course? What does this mean? Does this mean put them to sleep? You
I
know what that
don't
means?
know. I
Does
guess
it mean
that's what he
put?
means.
Does it
But
mean put
what?
them to? Does it mean put them to bed?
I guess. I mean, like if you just hit one in like that, and why are you trying to put everybody to sleep? Would you be trying to fire him up? I don't
I
know.
think I'm firing them up.
I
I
guess
think
we
I'm
don't get
firing.
it.
I don't get it. I have no idea what he was doing out there. And mind you, I mean, two, he wins two, he loses two. So essentially he walks away a zero.
Zero. Yeah.
I mean, even I was more successful at Sweden's this weekend, but I still walked away with the same thing.
Yeah.
I walked away with a couple more friends. Who am I kidding? So, outside of a couple more friends, I walked away. So I mean, not surprised that Patrick Cantlay, not surprised that Xander Schauffele. Colin Morikawa, I would say, was kind of anchoring the team. Is that not surprised at Russell Henley? Why didn't Russell Henley play more? Scotty Scheffler wins three, loses two. He gets beat by Hideki Matsuyama. I don't know. I mean, is this a bad situation? Key that Mr. Rebranded Mr. Captain America. He's 2-1. He plays three freaking matches. I'm not sure what's happening here. Homa, hello, hey, wins one, loses two, ties one. No, he didn't tie shit. He played three matches. I already mentioned Harman, who lost all three of his matches. If we're rebooting the President's Cup,
Yeah.
who are we pulling and who we adding in? Because Brian Harman, Max Homa, Sahith, Wyndham, Tony, maybe Keegan. No, I think it was Hindley that was a pick. But I mean, you got a lot of folks here that are captain's picks, and captain's picks ain't looking too good for Team USA.
Mm-mm.
I mean, let's just say this: without Cantlay, Morikawa, and Schauffele, you got some trouble there, bud.
Yep.
You've yeah, I mean, but now, hey, they played their way on. They were there. Um, but I mean, can't depend on Scotty Scheffler in these events. Keegan Bradley, I don't know. He's going to aim point himself to death. So, I mean, what do we do with this? So, okay, let's wrap let's roll this into a pack and into a nice little package. I mean, we may not put a bow on it yet, but Team USA. I'm going to throw out some questionable names, and you tell me if they playing in the Ryder Cup at Bethpage in 2025. Brian Harman.
No.
I say
What do you
no
think?
too, unless somehow magically he plays his way
Unless he plays his
onto
way
the
on,
team.
because I think when you bring Liv back into this going into next year, I think some of these
Lot,
guys are going to
lot, lot of live
a lot,
guys, lot of
lot
live
of Liv
guys
guys.
playing. You said
Yeah.
that Rombo was
Yeah.
at the Spanish. I mean, we got a
Yep.
lot of live guys.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks is getting in
Bryson.
on the action. Bryson. I mean, we got a lot of people that are
Hey, and
they're
Billy Horschel's playing good golf.
would you have traded any of these guys for one as annoying as as
Yeah.
painstaking as it is to watch him play golf? It ain't any
Yeah.
worse than watching Keegan play.
Horschel should have been on there.
It's no worse than watching Keegan play.
No, it's true. That's true.
It's no worse than watching Brian Harman play.
Exactly.
It's no worse than watching Max Homa play. I mean, there's multiple people on here. I mean, in just looking through this list, I mean, think about all these guys. These are not, I don't think these are nice people. I don't think these are people that you would want to go have a beer with.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want to
That's
go
funny.
do you want to go have a beer with Wyndham Clark?
Um, no, no, I do not.
Well, not after he hears this, you don't.
No. I
What,
want to find. I think I tweet. Did we watch the Keegan Bradley the swing?
oh yeah,
That the
yeah,
guy
we did last
uh,
week. Yeah, I think so. Or
with the
2 weeks ago.
when the guy was
Yeah,
doing the swing.
yeah,
Okay,
he
all right,
was.
okay, I
I mean,
forgot. Yeah,
that's a good Keegan, by the way. I mean,
that
that
was a
is
good Keegan.
that impression is solid. I mean, it
Yeah,
is. It doesn't get much better. So okay, so Harmon's out. Max Homa, Ryder Cup 2025.
no, no,
Sahith Theegala, Ryder Cup 2025.
maybe, maybe.
Wyndham Clark, Ryder Cup 2025.
I don't think so.
I don't either. The only person on here that so Cantlay is a yes for me. I
Yep,
know he's a yes for you. Colin,
yep,
Xander,
yes.
yeses. I mean,
Scotty.
Scott, there's a
Yep,
chance Scotty is still ranked #1 next year, so he's going to
yep.
be on just from a point standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Burns.
Maybe
I mean, I think if he is, he's going to be a captain's pick.
could be.
Tony Finau, he went 2-2. I,
I don't know.
I,
We'll see how it does.
if you've got a Bryson DeChambeau or a Tony Finau,
Oh, Bryson all day.
I, just saying, just saying. All right, what about team? Oh, okay. So hold on. So any other than Liv, we mentioned Billy Horschel. Does anybody else stand out that they should have been on the team?
Not that they should have been this year, but if you're looking at like potential going into next year, you got a ton of guys. I mean, you see the message from JT wants in, Speed. They all want back in, and they're not out of their prime. So I mean, these guys turn their game around. They could definitely be in there next year, right?
I mean,
So you never know what's going to happen.
And Spieth had surgery, understandably
Yeah,
so. I mean, but
yeah,
I mean, are you taking? I mean, in hindsight, yeah, and it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback
yeah.
unless you're cheering for the Finns. But I mean, Brian Harmon, JT, is there any question? Wyndham Clark, JT, is there any Are you concerned that that the Golden Boy is not going to be there playing with JT, and that's why you don't pick him? JT was
Maybe.
playing pretty good towards the end of the season.
Yeah, he was.
He was
Yeah.
playing better. I'm not sure, not quite sure what the miss was there on that. I think there were a handful of other players that that are familiar with this event. Because look, I don't know how old Brian Harmon is. I would venture to say that he and JT aren't that far apart in age.
Yeah. So here's
Generally,
some. You want
yep,
some names? Good.
yep,
All right.
yep.
All right. Ashke could easily be on there next
Mm,
year if he continues to play
for
well.
sure, for sure.
If Zalatoris gets healthy again,
That's a big if. Big if.
it's a big if. Let's see who else is on there. Um,
Slim
yeah,
Pickens.
Slim Pickens. Yeah, but then you go over to Live, and you got like we talked about. You got Bryson, you got Brooks,
Patrick Reed.
Patrick Reed.
I
Yeah,
mean, really? You're telling me you don't want Patrick Reed in a match play event for USA? You don't want Patrick? What are you? Cantlay is not just as equally. I don't even know what the right word to say is. You can drop it in the comments. Um, I mean, I'm just saying, like it ain't like you got a bunch of like Keegan Bradley. I mean, he's known for being a super nice guy. When you talk about assholes. I mean, I'm just saying you got plenty of there's plenty of runway here for a lot of different guys. And here's what I would say though is I don't know who's next for Team USA. You've got a 5-year window, and I don't know what team next looks like for USA.
yeah, yeah.
And Ryder Cup or President's Cup, sorry, in 2026.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you still got the folks that we're mentioning for the Ryder Cup that show up. But all right, so what about the international team? Now, again,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
the difference
You're
here.
talking about the international team for Ryder or
Well,
international team?
so that's the difference, right? It's like I don't. I mean, they may have picked the best squad that they could have for um
Yeah, that's tougher. That's
for the
tougher. Yeah.
non-European internationals.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Ryder Cup. Okay, so here let's roll with this. So who makes it to the Ryder Cup at Bethpage off of this team?
The Ryder Cup from
for 2025 at Bethpage.
for for
Who's
the international team, for the
well for the
European team.
Ryder Cup for Team Europe?
Yeah, Team Europe for the Ryder Cup.
I guess nobody.
Yeah, well, nobody on this one,
I
but yeah,
guess
but no,
nobody.
you're asking who makes it to the Ryder Cup for the Euro team. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well, you got Rombo's going to be there.
McIlroy,
McIlroy,
EVR,
maybe Sergio. See how he's playing. I don't know.
maybe Sergio. He finished well. I think he finished third in singles for
Hovland.
Live.
Hovland will be there.
Well, so let me ask this then. So for the next President's Cup, I mean, we probably wind up with the same cast of characters, right? I mean, there's not a whole lot of other folks that we're gonna pull off of this thing.
No, no,
Uh,
it's going to be the same Ryder Cup as last time, most likely.
who are we missing here? What about EV? Where was EVR in this? I mean, he's South African. How did he get snuffed?
I don't know. He could have helped out.
I think. I
Yeah.
mean, Minwoo Lee, he lost one and tied one. I mean, really, did you need? Why did you have somebody there that played two matches? Why? Why did you have somebody on the team that played two matches? That week showing,
Weak showing.
been on, maybe the best all season of last year, maybe the better player on the team, and he plays three matches,
3 matches.
finishes 1-1-1. Not sure why that's even a thing. You got he did roll Corey Connors out, which I get it. There's a Canadian connection there. Maybe you get something. He plays 5 matches, lost 2 and 3. Hideki, I mean, his highlight was he beat Scotty Scheffler in the singles match. So I guess there's something there. Scott plays 5, can't really get it done. Finishes 2 and 3. I think he made some comment about, oh, hopefully I'll be feeling better tomorrow or something. I don't know. Maybe he went to the petting zoo up in Canada. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this lost a lot of steam. Even though you and I both were pulling for the winning team, I feel like I think the international team has won one match out of 17 or 18, whatever they played now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, when's it time to revamp this thing?
Yeah. It's not very, yeah. I mean, again, it's a good event, but it could be better. Could be better. Yeah.
When's it time to revamp it? I mean, how many international folks can really get hyped for this thing when chances are they're going to lose?
So you bring up a good point. And this is exactly what Liv's been doing, right? It's like golf is a global sport. So is it more fair to have Team International be including the Euros versus the US?
I mean, I think you could say that maybe, but I mean, then you're in direct conflict with the Ryder Cup, which the Ryder Cup is extremely successful. Extremely successful.
You're right. So do you? I guess maybe from a ratings would take away from some of that. I don't know if it would or wouldn't. I'm saying add Team Euro
a non-US. You've got USA and non-USA is the team.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Well, I mean, it would sure be a better watch. For me, it would. For me, it would be a better watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, not. I don't know. I think this is. I would say this is one of those events where you got to be there, but in these limited field events, when it's match play, you wind up with a whole hell of a lot of people, and unfortunately, you probably don't get to see a lot of golf.
Yeah.
In from a live aspect. So that's kind of the challenging part is from a live aspect. It's a bit of a challenge. I don't know. I guess congratulations. I don't guess. Congratulations, Team USA. And hey, way to go, Russell Henley. Way to show them that you deserve to be on the team.
Exactly.
Sam Burns, way to go, Sam Burns. Way to show them that you deserve to be on the team. That's that's what I would. I mean, a few of these staples, you kind of knew they were going to be there. And I don't. That's the worst shot I saw this weekend. Other than the one Cindy hit one on I don't know, number one, I guess. I mean, he sculled
Oh
that
boy.
thing right into the bank. Just sculled it right in there. I mean, just when I thought he couldn't scull anymore, right in the ship. Well, he
Oh
sculled
boy.
another one in there.
Oh boy.
But nice work, Cindy.
All right, should we go
Um,
over to Sanderson and talk a little
uh,
talk
we
a little
should. I,
trophy?
I I think he had some bets that paid off this weekend.
Oh, we did. We did pretty well. We did pretty well with it. You know what team got us was the US team, like Harmon
I know,
and
I
Max
know,
Homa. I mean, those are the
I
ones
know.
that got us, which is
I
weird,
know.
but
I think I kept telling you, don't bet those guys.
yeah,
Those
I'm sure you
those
did. I'm sure that's exactly what she said. Don't press that button. But yeah, we did
uh
pretty well. We did pretty well. And we did well in our
uh
lineup too.
it's we did do well in our lineup. And hey, and by the way, this week we're the boys are showing up for the Big Cock Trophy. I don't know who's gonna walk away with it. Let's see. Um let's go over to our friends at Fantasy National. And I think more people should have trophies such as this. I mean, even if you don't like chicken, it's just it's hard to beat. I'm quite a fan, quite a fan. All right, so let's see who's won this tournament in the past. That's what we really need to know. I don't know if it's going to have any
I think Sam Burns for
bearing
sure. Who
on.
else?
Well, Sam Burns ain't going to be here. Sam Burns
I
said
know. You
he's
asked who he won. Who won before?
Sam Burns said he's carried the weight of this baby, and he's not carrying it anymore. 2023,
This
Luke list 22. Mac Hughes. By the way, Mac Hughes he's allegedly he's playing. However, I don't know if he's really going to show up or not. I think he may have got that ass handed to him in Canada. Sam Burns, you are correct. Sergio Garcia, Sebastian Munoz. This is a live playground. Cameron Champ won here in 2018. Any other notables? Any notables that's playing here again? Ben Griffin was runner-up last year. I don't see Ludwig Urberg, Henrik Norlander. Scott Stallings plays good here, by the way. I think he's striking it again. Allegedly, he and Madamski recorded. They jumped on a little pod while he was up
oh nice.
at his foundation's course.
It looks like we're gonna have to wing this because Fantasy National's not showing recent performance.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Hmm. What'd you do to get her?
It should be on there. Let
What'd
me
you
see if
do
the
to get
table
us?
works.
What'd you do to get us revoked?
Revoked. Exactly.
No, I see recent performance.
Under the cards?
Not in the cards. I'm just looking at recent performance. Um,
The cards aren't showing it. So where do I need to go? Let's see.
yeah, just refresh. Just refresh.
Mm,
Keith Mitchell was 12th at Pro Core. Mac Hughes was T4. I'm surprised he got beat. Well, I could go back and look and see who he played, but that probably makes sense. Dunlap, Adam Svensson. Ooh, Adam Svensson could be interesting here. That's could be a good play. Hey, by the way, make a note. This could be the lowest priced salaries of the year. You're starting with Keith Mitchell 10-4. What's Mitchell done here, by the way? That's what I really want to know. He was 12th at the Pro Core. He's missed the cut the last 3 years. Count me out.
we'll use the recent performance. But the cards need to get updated. I guess we got to talk to Moose about that.
Mackenzie Hughes. I don't know. What do we think? I don't think we're gonna. I'm not anchoring on Mackenzie. I don't know that he's actually gonna play. Um, JJ Spawn could be interesting. He was T26. JJ Spawn was playing good towards the end of the year. He was T3 at Wyndham and T9 at the Open. I think we could, or you could convince me different. Um, very interested in JJ Spawn. I don't know about Jonathan Vegas. Kuchar, he's playing. I mean, he finished the year good. That's an interesting play for me.
All right.
Um,
Let's do a lineup.
what about Ben Griffin? We can start. I like Ben Griffin.
You'll start there?
I like Steven Yeager. I'm going to throw some names out. Tell me where you like. I really like Mark Hubbard, and I think that's my one and done for the week. At $8,100, see T6 and T5 the past 2 years.
Who's this Hubbard?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start there. All right, put
Let's
Hubs in.
let's see what ownership looks like. Bo Hostler could be an interesting play. I mean, I'm not concerned about Bo Hostler winning, but Bo Hostler can make a lot of birdies. But I definitely think that that's probably not a winner for me. Let's see if everybody else likes Mark Hubbard too. Said he's at $8,100. He's at 10% ownership right now, but there's not nope, no, guess it. Nobody's playing. Nobody's playing this week. So, all right. So I like Hub.
Yeah, let's put him in. Okay.
Hoffman could be. I'm not saying these because
How
these
much
are
is
names
Hoffman?
that he's in the $7,000 range. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to him. He's $7,800. He's kind of middle of the roader. Emiliano Grillo's won here before. He's a good one. I mean, is everybody we're a little early on this one, by the way, but is everybody going to pick Bucky just because it's Bucky? He hadn't played in a
Yeah,
while.
probably. Probably.
I hate that because I'd like to get some Bucky action.
We can still go there.
Well, let's go CT. I think CT Pan's a play at $7,500.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. What about, did you want to go JJ Spawn or no?
I'm definitely not against him. We don't have enough lineups to play. Hold on, let me do a trick here and
Spenson?
see if this changes. Maybe. I don't know. I'm almost afraid to go that high.
Oh, okay. Make it down further into the weeds here. All right.
All right, let's see. So a lot
Cam
of so
Champ.
a lot of folks are on. A lot of folks are on Champ. A lot of folks are on CT Pan. Champ's won here before, though. I mean, who's to say that
It's his
couldn't
kind of
be?
course. I mean, you look at he's like T12, T45 in a miscut in his last couple performances. Not terrible, you know.
Dixie said, I don't know if that was for it or against it.
Haha.
What about Berger? What's Berger done in his recent outings?
Cut 45 and cut.
Ooh, that don't sound good, does it?
Doesn't sound good.
Well, he clearly hasn't been playing a lot.
Nick Hardy.
Could be. I'm not against the Nick Hardy.
Nick Hardy's T46, T38, and T50 last three starts.
Luke List is questionable here. I'm not against your Nick Hardy.
Zach Blair, miscut T45, T13.
He's missed the past 4 times that he's played
Oh,
here.
okay.
I can roll Nick Hardy, T35,
Okay, Nick
T5, and
Hardy.
T26.
All right, Hardy.
I like Hardy. Gary Woodland, he does not play well here. I don't know if we need to go this far. What about Higo at $6,800? What's Higo done here? Higo was what he's done. What's he done lately? Higo at $6,800, T16 and third in his last 2 outings here. Only 2 outings here, by the way.
Cut T26.
That's discouraging, isn't
T26
it?
is most recent. So.
I can't get behind that, Dan. I
Okay.
wouldn't want you to get behind it either,
No.
or in front of it. You get behind it, it's a whole
What about
different story.
Smotherman at 6,600? His last two starts, Smotherman is T53 and a T7.
Missed a cut here in T67. I mean, I'd rather go Lee Hodges. He was T43, T30, and T45 here. I don't know what's his recency look like.
How much?
Or Sam, $6,600, Lee Hodges, or Sam Ryder at 6,700, T51, T45, and T51. I think we've got a different Sam Ryder of what we've seen in the past too.
Sam Ryder. Both of those guys are all miscuts. So,
Mm, mm,
yeah,
mm.
I know
Um,
a little rough
Malnati.
here.
What about Malnati at 6,800 bucks?
How much?
Peter Malnati,
No, how much?
6,800.
6,800.
68.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at somebody else. Cut T59. But then I like this one too. What about Justin Suh? Have we got him in there yet? 7,000 bucks.
We do not.
T19, T52, and T37.
Oof. Okay.
Three made
Okay.
cuts.
Okay.
Does he
Okay.
play okay there?
He does not, but he was losing a lot of strokes. So I think oof, I don't know. I don't know, Dan. That
Okay, well, let's keep going.
oh
What about
what
Gary Woodland?
nope. He's missed his past two cuts here. But I mean here again, I
He
think
was
the
hurt.
field looks different than this year than it does in years past. So
Trace Crow?
I mean I like the name. Did you see the have you seen the new Crow movie that came out by the way?
No. Mm-mm.
Well,
Is he
it's
good?
out. I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's I was wondering. Trace Craig. Now he's a rookie this year, so he's just coming on.
We got T24,
Um,
T7 in the miscut.
what about
Not bad.
Pearson Cootie just below
Yeah,
7,000
yeah, that's
bucks?
good too. I like that one too. T 72, T61, and T58.
Let's throw Pierce. I
Okay,
think Pearson could
okay.
be.
And we're taking out so.
We don't have to. I don't have him in yet, but we've got 10,000 left. We've got more than that. We're average 10,000 left. So I think we can get as aggressive as we need to now.
All right.
So
So you took out so,
I
or
did.
you
I
didn't
don't
have
have.
him in there.
I don't
Yeah,
have
okay,
him
I
in.
got you.
I don't have him.
All right,
But
so now we can go up to the top. Then we can take Keith Mitchell,
no
and
chance. No chance. He's missed his last three cuts here.
we could take Mackenzie Hugh. Well, no, I'm not going to take. Oh, the
I,
JJ Spawn. We could take
I
JJ
don't.
Spawn.
Oh, okay. Now I can be sold, even though he hasn't played great here. We could take Ben Griffin. He was T2 and T24.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, Griffin it is.
And
Let's see. Hold on. What's his ownership? Yeah, I still think it's a good. I still like it. I think we can leave a lot of money on the table. Yeah, he's at 14%. Where's Cam Champ? What's Cam Champ done? You may have told me. I forgot. I've been drinking. He's at 14%. It's
um,
7,400 bucks.
yeah, it wasn't terrible. It was T12, T45 in a miscut.
That's interesting to me. Ryan Fox is interesting here.
Ryan Fox is a withdrawal. No, miscut. No, he's only played like once in the last month or two.
That doesn't sound good. But there hadn't been a whole lot of golf played. Harris English, this could be a place he gets around at.
Where is he?
He is 8,300. 7% ownership. That's projected, but we're a little light on projections. Eric Cole's another
T61.
one.
Eric Cole would be good. Yeah, we got Eric Cole's got a T7, a T18, T46, and a miscut.
I love Cole here, regardless
That's
of
too cool.
anything.
That's too
We got
cool.
1,600 bucks left. I like Cole. I like Griffin. I like Hardy. I like Hubbard. I like Pan. If I were going to change anybody, it'd be Pearson Cootie. But if we were changing him, it would be who's in here that we would like? Doug Gim, Justin Lauer, the
There you go,
Hoff,
Kuchar.
Harris. You want to roll Cooch?
Well, we got Cooch's T3, T12, and T13 last three starts.
Well, let's go. Let's go, Cooch.
All
I
right.
like it. I like it. Mark it.
All right.
And I think JJ Spawn's the one and done this week. How do you feel about it?
I like it.
So do I.
I'll put it down to win as well. Let's see. So you said JJ Spawn, right?
Yep.
All right.
Well, I think I like Spawn here. Who else is riding dirty? Let's see. What do our friends at Fantasy National say? Strokes gained. You do have Spawn. He's number one in points. Um,
Spawn at plus 3,000 to win, you think?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Kuchar for like a top 5 or a top 10.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get there. Let me get there. Where's he at? There he is. At plus 750 for a top five.
Yeah, I like that. Ooh, it's interesting. I mean, Zach Blair, his stats look good. Ben Griffin looks
I
good too. Zach and Ben both look good. I mean, for like a top 20 for Zach or Ben.
let
Ben's a
me
winner
see.
here. So, I mean, you could probably get a little deeper and like go maybe 10 if it was good.
Oh,
T10.
I gotta find him. Hold on. How much was he in the,
Ben Griffin's 9,500.
okay.
Zach Blair's 71.
Ben Griffin, you want me to do what top top 10 or top five?
I mean, I think either of those are good. I think you could plug one and back it with the other.
All right. Okay. All right. And then who'd you say? You said that was Zach Blair?
Yeah,
But
for
you said
like
he
a
was way.
T20.
Yeah, I don't think T20 is ready. Oh yeah, there's T20. Okay. So Zach
I mean, if the
Blair.
number's decent.
Mm, plus 360 for a top 20. Not bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't
we'll roll it.
suck. Go
We'll roll
go find me a plus 360 football game I can bet on.
it. I know,
Where,
right?
where there's actually a chance of that one winning.
Yeah. All right.
Um okay, so I'm good on Sanderson. Are you? JJ Spawn. You like JJ Spawn? Is that who I
Yeah,
said? Is
yeah,
that who we said?
yeah. That's
JJ
what you said.
Spawn.
That's what you
Okay.
said. Yeah.
All right. So JJ Spawn will be good. With your fins, what about your fins?
They had
What
a
are we doing?
buy and then
What? No, they're
yeah.
playing tonight.
I said they had a buy
Oh
yesterday.
yeah.
Or oh, they're
Okay.
playing tonight.
But yeah, Tennessee, right?
What do
I
you think?
thought.
I don't like them at all. No. I was the I was looking at the odds for next week. So, yes. Yes, they play tonight. -3 against the Titans. Yeah, I think so.
What
I
do you
think
think?
so.
Titans are going to clean house?
I don't
Or
think the
you?
Titans are going to win. I think the Finns are going to win.
No, you think the Finns are going to get it done? I mean, they've got enough talent. I mean, they should get something done.
I think the Finns will win. Yeah.
Um, who the Cons? The Cons pulled off a, little upset. That's
Yeah, I like the Dirty Birds.
yeah, I got dicked over again on that one. I'm going to stop betting those guys because I can't. There's no reason that they should be winning these games, and then they do. Even though I'm a fan, I just can't get out of my own way here. Yeah. All right. Well, what's next?
Did you watch any new TV? No,
I don't
you've
even
been
know. I
busy.
mean, other than the Ryder Cup was on some, I tried to watch some of that because I love it. You know what a great weekend to me
Hmm.
is to hear all the dogs crying about getting their ass whipped.
Oh, oh.
So I tried to watch some of that, and it was partly cloudy at that point in the night. So all I know is there was a W and there was an L, and the dogs came out on the other side of the fence. So, but no, outside of that, no new TV for me. I don't think. Oh, I heard I heard there's a new super villain show out. The Penguin. Have you invested in the
Oh
Penguin yet?
yeah, haven't watched it yet. Haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either, nor have I.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Oh,
I
you know
watched
what?
that.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go
Go
ahead.
for Wolves. I watched the Wolves movie
Oh,
with Brad Pitt and Clooney.
Brad and
Yeah,
Clooney.
yeah, yeah.
Is this just Ocean's 17 and a half?
It's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. There was a reason it didn't go to theater release. So,
Mm. I mean,
yeah,
those are two. I mean, are they still? I mean, you would have to consider them still A-listers, right?
exactly. And just yeah.
And it doesn't go to theater. Yeah, lot of these guys are making these flop. Oh, did you ever watch the Costner gig, the remake of Dances with Wolves Part 1?
No,
First Horizon, First Horizon.
no, I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I did.
What'd you think?
Bits and pieces, bits and
Did you
pieces.
just-
Well, one, it's
so-
long.
yeah, that's long. Yeah,
It's
I
no,
heard that.
it's no bone tomahawk. I can tell you that.
Ah, mm.
It's
Well,
no
the thing
bone
about the
tomahawk.
Clooney and the Pitt thing is that they're both pissed off the entire time, and it's like you guys are like Mr. and Mr. Charisma, and then you're just gonna play pissed off people. It's like Tom Selleck not playing Magnum PI. It's like well, you were kind of
Well,
fun
no,
as Magnum.
they missed a prime opportunity to play Mr. and Mr. Smith.
He could.
I
That's
mean,
good.
I mean,
That's good.
what are you doing here?
It's
I mean,
basically what it
I
was.
mean, you could have played Mr. and Mr. Smith. I mean, this thing could have been a real gem of a movie. Mr. Jim
Gem of a
Smith and
movie.
Mr. James Smith.
That's a good point.
I
That's
feel
a good
like they
point.
missed an opportunity there.
Yeah.
So no, I haven't watched anything else. I don't know. Maybe this week I'll get caught up on some things. I don't know. I
Check
do
out
need.
Tulsa King and
Oh, I did watch the first one. So now, so talking about the Tulsa King, I still think that one's delivering for me.
okay.
A lot.
I don't dislike it.
A
Yeah.
lot of people have said that it's not their cup of tea. I guess it's too corny or too whatever. But I mean, with intent, it's like, I mean, that's the intent of the thing. Now, what's lost a little bit for me is the old man. I'm not caught up, but I watched an episode or two of the old man over the past few weeks, and that's not doing it for me.
Yeah.
It's lost its the first season was fine. The first season was good. Second season, didn't
Yeah.
really deliver.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Got a lot of football coming up, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's more football time in Tennessee.
As you can tell, the Finns are not exactly fun to watch right now.
They're not. You know who is fun though is the Vols. They had a bye week this week, but the Vols.
Yeah.
We may have playoff contenders here. We
Yeah.
we may have SEC champion contenders here.
There you go.
I mean, this could be a real thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Could be. All right.
All right. Well, what do we have coming up? We have we've got a taste. Oh, by the way, so there's some stuff in the mail.
I heard, yeah.
We've got a tasting with Knows Your Bourbon coming up.
Yep.
We've got a tasting with I guess I can sneak peek this.
Ooh,
Cedar Ridge. It's this is going to be interesting. So I've sampled you up some stuff. So you got some things on the way there. And allegedly we've got Bender's Stash coming on to talk about Bender's Bag. We got a lot of shows coming up through the fall. So stick around, and if you like even if you don't like it, hit the subscribe. We'd appreciate it. And leave a comment. Tell me where we can meet you at for our next round of golf.
There you go. Sounds good.